Now, the text, I think, has been appropriately translated, and some characters actually do speak very... Okay, these guys just got gibbed. Sucked out of their life force or something. Suicide. Okay, that's dark. Hey, what's going on, friends and family? My name is Skylent, and today we're going to be playing a new mobile puzzle RPG by Rayark Games. Yeah, they made a lot of cool games, right? Called Sdorica Sunset. This is a gorgeous, kind of anime Eastern-inspired game that has a really nice mix of aesthetics. I think you're going to really appreciate it, but this is just a first look. I'm just going to be kind of playing it raw and live so that you can really see what the gameplay is going to be like, what the core gameplay loop is like. But if the video gets 10,000 views, we'll go on to a proper review. First impression. Anyways, guys, hope you had fun. Let's get into the game. They are not bad. We have this flash-like animation. You can see everything is moving. Everything has such motion and life. It really is truly just like animated. Everything in this game is just so whimsical and constantly breathing. And I like that. So we're going to drag our characters over here, run along here. We're actually doing an event. So I don't know what this one has to offer. It might be more challenge-based, but now here is the actual literal gameplay, which is, this game is a technical puzzle fighter, so you gotta look out for that. We have black characters, white characters, and gold characters. So the gold characters are gonna be the front row, they're gonna be our tanks, and they have different abilities. So if I just hold 1, grant self-taunt, and 2 stacks of vigilance. I probably want to do that. Reset front row enemy, or not. I don't think I need taunt at the moment. 2 stacks of vigilance, reset cooldown on front row enemy. They're already had their cooldowns all the way as high as it goes because they're at 2222. You can see the number at their health bars there. So we don't need to do that. Let's see what his double attack is. Armor penetration. Now these monsters do have armor. That's the white under the health bars. So I might want to do that for the tank there as well. So that's probably really good. We also have another armor piercer with our dagger. So here's that. 50% chance to trigger cooldown +1. We probably want to open with that. And if we do 2, armor penetration 190. So you do have to actually connect them. Not like Tetris, it's not that quite complex as that. But as an RPG, you have to think about what moves you want to use. So here's an example. I am actually going to use this double attack here for our tank, and he's going to chomp. Epic. Awesome. But now you see that all the orbs at the bottom also moved. So keep that in mind. Now there is also a 4 attack if you want to do that, and I'll try to show that as best as I can, as soon as I can. So let's go ahead and just get some damage here for the front row enemy. Now all these guys are going to just start chomping on this dude. Whoa. Whoa. I guess he has a passive where he reacts after every attack. That's fantastic. Yeah, we're playing an event, so this guy might be a little bit overpowered, or he's specifically designed for this event. So it looks like we don't have to overthink this part right here, actually. Fantastic. Okay. Anyways. So every map has 3 engagements, just like any other mobile game. You run through, you fight 1, 2, and then a boss generally. So here we go. And now we're on to the next ones. Now these ones are really weak. What, the creepy? Okay. A lot of very strange monsters, creatures, things in this game. Okay, so I want to show off. Let's go ahead and heal him. Darling. And we're going to go ahead and do a taunt. So there we go. Let's get a force. I mean, I think they're gonna, I don't know. Oh, the taunt is actually OP. Because then it causes him to react and do the damages. So that's pretty good. Okay, now I'm gonna show you a 4 stack, because as you can see here, we have the dark. So we can do 1, we can do 2, or we could do 4. And this is gonna do an AoE attack with this guy. So those are generally like the biggest attacks, but you don't always want to do your 4. You don't always want to just do the biggest stack. So it's a puzzle game, but it's not just a connect the dot game. It's not just a Lego, or I said Lego, but Tetris style game. It's not just about connecting. It's about still playing the RPG and figuring out which abilities to use when is best. So I guess we're just gonna go ahead and clean these kids up here. And actually, I think we can just insta win by taunting here. So this is going to seem kind of easy, I think, because this event, this is just the very beginning of the event that I clicked on. There's multiple tiers and stages to this event. So keep that in mind. And we could do actually another one just for funsies. Now, it is fully voice acted, well, kind of fully voice acted. It is voice acted. I think the voice acting is good, but sometimes they'll just do like a grunt or something, and then it'll have text that further explains a little bit more. They might say a phrase, a single phrase, and then there's more down in the dialogue. But overall, it's really good voice acting. Absolutely. Again, this isn't a full review or anything like that. This isn't even a proper impressions. I'm just saying it has good voice acting. It is just a literal fact. It's a really high production game. And so now next we can go into the next one where we could actually continue the event, and it probably gets much harder, or, you know, at least a little bit challenging. So there are some puzzles to it. And I think that it is appropriate to call this a puzzle RPG, because you are going to have to collect different heroes, rearrange them, and use them in different ways as well whenever you get into the match. Like I said, with you have 3 different abilities per character, and then you have 3 characters that you use, you know, at the same time or in turns against a variety of different monsters that have different weaknesses, strengths, and, you know, play styles. So you do have to have that puzzle aspect with that. But then also you're going to have limitations depending on the events and things. So you can actually go to the story, and hopefully this isn't too spoilery, but I can actually just show you. Let's go ahead into something a little bit further. Now, the story is kind of disconnected. So you watching this isn't just going to immediately spoil anything really deep and heart-wrenching. You're going to have to really watch it yourself and follow through along. But you are going to see cutscenes, and you are going to get a nice little taste of some actual proper role-playing. I definitely do think so. I do believe, guys. But the whole concept is that your character, kind of like how summoning works in League of Legends, you are this sort of deific entity where you kind of, in ways, subtly change the flow of time. You can see different heroes as they progress, as different epic events occur throughout the world, and you just watch them. So we're a spectator, but then we also slightly influence it. So here we go. We're just going to read this. Again, like, look at this art. Fantastic 2D art. But now that we're getting this dialogue, you can actually see in the bottom left here, we have this drawn art. Now, there's a different layers of these arts and fidelities, but the drawn art, while very different in taste and flavor to the chibi Flash designed art, I think it really meshes very well, and I normally wouldn't say that. It's very tasteful, very distinct, having these 2 distinct different art styles, but it just works magically. I really like Sion's art. I think she's gorgeous. Like, there's just a lot of flavor there. Now, it's not just a single face either. You can actually see there's different expressions. They've drawn different expressions over this, which is fantastic here. So we're gonna have sometimes like, yeah, see, now she looks confident. Before she was more, you know, puzzled maybe. Sion's a little bit stoic, so maybe she won't change too much. So yeah, here we go. We do have like this interaction of these characters, which is what you're gonna want. Not every time, even in the set story, are you gonna have these, but it's still something that's just like a little bit much more, okay, a little bit, yes, a lot, massively more substantial than most mobile games, which I like. But comparing it to something like DS RPGs, it's a lot less linear, but at the same time for mobile games, it's just absolutely fantastic. Here we go. So, have we been found out? Currently, we are trying to rescue a princess in this current arc of the story, so it's not too much of a story, like spoiler, but here we go. So what does Sion do? We have a tank and we have DPS, so we got to watch out for healing. So whenever you don't have a healer, I think the white is just a filler attack. So we're going to go ahead and exhaust them. There we go. And let's go ahead and I want to see an AoE. Do we have AoEs with her? To the front row enemy. Grant self-damage reduction for 3 turns. We don't need that right now, so we're just going to go ahead with full damage. Let's do it. Let's get as much damage as possible. I hit this guy too. In fact, we might be able to just give these guys. No, we're not. Okay, so maybe we will go with the damage reduction. Or, yeah, let's go with the damage reduction here. Just so she doesn't get hurt too much. I don't know how much we're going to have to fight after this, so I'm planning ahead for that. All right, and let's go ahead and just smash him. Oh, that looked pretty cool, actually. Get another smash. Nice. Oh, was that armor? Did that just go through the armor? That's pretty good. See, I love this face right here. This face for Sion, if you see in the bottom left, is so freaking adorable and cute. Love it. So yeah, continuing the story here. Now, the text, I think, has been appropriately translated, and some characters actually do speak very... Okay, these guys just got gibbed. Sucked out of their life force or something. Suicide. Okay, that's dark. Poogie. Go with Poogie. The Poogie's looking pretty cool. So here's Poogie. He's kind of like a debuffer. Also heals. Very cute. Kind of like the little mascot of the game. Kind of adorable. And you can see the skills here. So every character has 3 physical, like mechanical skills that you do in the game. A Mockingbird, grant selected enemy 2 stacks of exhaust. You have a heal. And then grant all enemies cooldown +3, which is going to be huge. That's massive. That's intense. So pretty good. Now there's also 2 additional abilities, which you will be able to use as you level up. So let's just go with Leia here. or Leah. And we can actually show her abilities and everything too. So her skills. So we have these 2 extra skills up here. So this is an advisor skill. During, I think, most events or most times that you can fully kit out your roster, you put in an advisor. So you don't actually get to use their abilities, but you just basically use this advisor passive. So all allies attacks increase by 20%. That's pretty good. That's pretty good for DPS. And then we have a passive skill here. Whenever you level her up and get her strong enough, upon tier SR, unlock passive skill. So there's that. Which it's like not even going to show me, but there's a passive skill that she has as well. So there's some interesting gameplay with the puzzling aspect of actually combining different types of characters together. But you are always going to have a gold, a black, and a white, which is going to be the tanks, the DPS, and the healers. Not to say that healers can't do damage, they can, absolutely. And of course, you're going to be enhancing these characters, you're going to be leveling them up. So let's see, somebody who I was really interested in playing. I think we could have some fun a little bit with, I think, Angela. I think Angelia is kind of cute. She is focused on armoring instead. So maybe I'll level her up. She's level 5. So you can invest to level her up, or you can just play as her. So we have a heal, all allies gain armor and just heal. Maybe like an AoE heal, grant front. Yeah, so armor's pretty good. Trigger 1 orb skill. Oh, that one's actually pretty good too, because you give them armor, but then at the same time, it also activates the tank's 1 orb skill. So that could be pretty strong, I think. So I can just invest. You hold it. It's soul energy. I've got a lot of soul energy, by the way, so we're just going to go ham with this just a little bit. At least at level 15. That feels pretty good. So at least at level 15. I'm not sure how to get these other skins in the game. Acquired with resonance. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, I know we're just flipping through the menus a lot, but that's kind of what this game is. It's a collecting game. It's a gacha game where you're going to be collecting a lot of different heroes. You're going to be leveling up these heroes, but then it's also actually a true proper RPG. And we're going to see that probably more and more with characters-based games, that they start actually making the characters a little bit more deep. Instead of just throwing you really cool looking dudes, it's like, yeah, let's give them some actual dialogue. Let's give them an actual story to play around with. And you are going to be jumping around the world all over the place in different timelines, different zones, checking out these characters and the different places and, you know, interactions they have. And I think it gives them more life. It makes it more worth. So that's pretty much it. You saw the core gameplay. And hopefully I explained, you know, what this game is enough. I didn't want to make it too biased, so I just kind of just did this live and really, you know, rough. But hopefully you guys appreciate that. I think we'll get better as we go on. And I got to learn how to do mobile game first looks properly. So a little bit awkward, but hopefully we get there. Thanks for watching, guys. Much love. Sdorica sunset is pretty gorgeous, I think. So if this video gets 10,000 views, we'll be doing a proper review on it. First impressions proper. So hopefully we get there. Hopefully you guys keep the hype alive. Thanks for watching. My name is Skylent, and I'll see you again next time.